Problem number 31, we want to find the integral of 9x e to the 3x squared plus 1 dx. So the first thing I'll do is I will pull the 9 outside the radical, like that. And then I know that x is the derivative of 3x squared plus 1. So I will do this by u substitution. So we say that we let u equal to 3x squared plus 1, and then du will equal to 6x dx. But because we want just the x, so therefore we will multiply both sides by 1 over 6, and that gives us x dx. Now we make a substitution. So from here, leave the 9 where it is, replace the x dx with 1/6 du, so 1 over 6 du, and then this inside is e to the u. Now the outside can be simplified to 3 over 2, and then it's just e to the u du. The antiderivative of e to the u is e to the u, and then we add in c, and now we plug in what u is. So u is 3x squared plus 1, and then plus c, and that is our answer, which is going to be option number E. So E, or option E, is the answer choice for 31. Let's do 32. Okay. So 32 is the integral from 1 to 6 of the square root of x plus 3 dx. Now, whenever your integral involves a square root and there's more than just the letter x in here, or say if the operation in here is 2 terms, then you need to do it by u sub, most likely. So we will need to make a substitution. Let u equal to x plus 3, and then it's the du will be dx, and now we make a substitution. So we go in here, and then we replace. Hello. Alright, so we need to also find a new bound for this problem. The old bound is from 1 to 6, but the new bound is found by plugging the old bound into u. So if I take 1 and plug into that, I'm going to get 4, 6, that's going to produce 9. And now we need to find the antiderivative of that, which is going to be, you think of this, so this becomes, think of it as u to the 1/2 du, and the antiderivative of that function is u to the 3 over 2, and then we also multiply it by 2 over 3. Now we evaluate the function at 9. So evaluate it at 9. So 9, think of 9 as 3 squared. Okay, that's 9. I plugged 9 in there. The reason why I wrote it like that is because you can see that those cancels out. So you have 3 to the 3rd, which is 27. 27 times 2 is 54. So we have 54 over 3. We also evaluate the function at 4. So plug 4 in here. Now I'm going to think of 4 as 2 squared. That's 4. So those cancels out. I have 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So therefore I got 16 over 3. Now when we find the antiderivative, we will need to subtract these two numbers. Subtract these two numbers right here. Subtract those two numbers. And when we subtract those two numbers, what do we get? So 54 minus 16, that gives us 38. And so we are going to have 38 over 3. So the answer here is 38 over 3. And 38 over 3 is option D. Okay. All right, that was number 31. I'm sorry, that was number 32. Let's do number 33. Find the antiderivative of x to the third minus x squared plus 1 over x dx. The first thing we do is if there is a fraction and there's just a single number, you can reduce that fraction by taking the top and divide it by the bottom. For each one, that gives us an x squared. This gives us an x, and the last one gives us 1 over x dx. When we find the antiderivative for each one of them, the antiderivative for the first one is, remember that you increase the power by 1 and then you divide it by the same number. Increase the power by 1 divided by the same number. Okay. The antiderivative for 1 over x is ln of x. So ln of x, and then we follow that with a plus c. So for number 33, turns out that the right answer is option B. So B. Okay. Number 34. Okay. So for number 34, we want to know what is the antiderivative of cosine of 7t plus 3 dt. So to find the antiderivative of cosine of 7t plus 3 dt, if you remember the formula, you can use the formula. And if you don't remember the formula, we can always do it by u substitution. So let u equals to 7t plus 3. Find the derivative of u, and that would be 7x dx. Now we need to get rid of in this case it should be t, okay? Now we need to get rid of the 7, so we multiply both sides by 1 over 7, and now we're ready to make a substitution. Now this is going to be cosine of u, and then du, but there's a 1/7 in front of the du, so we bring that over there. Now the antiderivative of cosine of u is going to be negative sine, just sine of u, and then we follow that with a plus c. And the last thing we do is we go ahead and we substitute what u is. So u is 7t plus 3 plus c, and we're done. And so the right option for our answer is going to be option C. Okay. All right, let's do number 35 on another page.